The Tale of the Three Scrooges. Written and illustrated by Jackie Devine-Lee. On an island off the coast of the Hudson Bay, three elves camped out with a stolen sleigh. 'Twas a week after Christmas with so much more to do, but Bo was bummed out, and Swirly had the flu. Barry, Swirly, and Bo, you could say, were three Scrooges. They hated their jobs, they conspired to do less. The joys of the season were lost in complaints, while the other elves, comparatively, appeared to be saints. These Scrooges weren't stingy with money so much, but they wouldn't give their time, and they had the slapstick touch. When they worked, they were ornery, mad, and they'd shout, punch each other in their faces, and poke their eyes out. Their vacation was swindled, but they needed to pause. A beachy reprieve from their boss, Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho,
As they took in
Merry
some
Christmas.
sunshine, pretending pine trees were palms, the splash of the waters brought a feeling of calm. When all of a sudden, an angel beamed down. The reindeer were prancing to her glorious sound. Alighting a boulder, she examined them with care. Her mission to speak to the problem seen there. Naughty or nice, Santa uses this list. Although toy-making perfection is not the meaning of Christmas. You are bad elves indeed, wandering from the North Pole. But if you knew who you worked for, you would have a new goal. We know who we work for, said Barry, Saint Nick. He's not always jolly, not the boss we would pick. He eats so many cookies to the point he gets sick, and he blames it on us. Then there's work politics. The two others nodded. They didn't feel nice, but they felt their reactions were merely of ice. The angel spoke softly, Santa's words can sure sting, but that's not who you work for. You're employed by the king. Bo scratched his head. Barry stared at her, quizzical. Swirly nearly vomited and wished for a physical. Dear lady, said Bo, there's no king in the Arctic. Her healing response was quieting and cathartic. We have a Christmas king. 'Twas born ages of old. A babe other kings visited with treasures of gold. He grew to be ruler, saved creation outright. Now he's reigning on high, o'er each nation with light. The three Scrooges, intrigued, rubbed their chins to consider. Would this king be forgiving of how they'd been bitter? All this time on the job, they had not been on board. But from now on, in a new sense, they'd report to their lord. The angel exclaimed, this realization so heavenly! Let's sing to our king and make a new melody. Bo made maracas with round tins of chestnuts and drummed to the carols with clever fresh cuts. 'Twas a jovial time. Then the angel ascended, but she left them with hope and new goals she commended. They'd go back to the North Pole and work for the king, and of course, be kind to old Saint Nick and everything. Their fierce, clownish antics had seemed a comedy show, but a new life was ahead for Barry, Swirly, and Bo. The Scrooges became gentlemen and could not be dismayed. God gave rest to these merry gentlemen and blessed them on their way. To you, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.